All right, got a message from Jason, and it reads here. And this is Jason from Patreon. It says, been buying you a coffee for a couple years now, but I've never made a song suggestion. Every time I watch one of your videos, my head runs through hundreds of songs I want to suggest, but I don't want to waste it. Radiohead is my favorite band of all time. If you ever start doing entire album or live performances, the In Rainbows / In the Basement session is incredible. However, my first suggestion, I would love to hear your reaction to the song 3 Days by Jane's Addiction. Who is Jane's Addiction? Jane's Addiction are widely regarded as pioneers of alternative rock and were instrumental in ushering in the genre's success in the early 1990s, although they only had a few mainstream hits. Their music is a unique blend of punk, metal, psychedelic rock, and funk, featuring frontman Perry Farrell's distinctive vocal and Dave Navarro's killer guitar work, which really shines on this track. Jane's Addiction is perhaps best known for their debut, Nothing's Shocking, and that was in 1988, and its critically acclaimed follow-up, Ritual de la Habitual, 1990. That's a crazy tongue twister there. It says, 3 days is off the ritual. I hope you enjoy the 10-minute long journey you are about to take. Perry Farrell's soaring vocals and Dave Navarro's blistering guitar deliver. You can count on that. All right. So you're guaranteeing this is going to be dope. If I've learned what flips your switches at all, I would say this would make the Forerunner. Big fan, Jason. All right, Jason, I appreciate you for all the support, for watching over the past couple of years, and for joining Patreon, the whole nine. And we're going to embark on this journey, as he stated, to check out 3 days. I don't think I've heard this. If I heard it, I'll let you guys know, but it doesn't sound familiar at all. Before we get started, if you like this type of content, do me a big favor and like the video. If you want to stay up to date whenever I post, subscribe and hit that notification bell. The engagement helps the video grow, and it tells me to continue to react to and review music like this, all right? Or we can do something else. You guys let me know in the comment section what you want to see on the channel. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, let's go.
At this moment, you should be with us, feeling like we do, like you love to, but never will again. I miss you, my dear Ziola. I prepared the room tonight. I prepared the Christmas lights, a city of fresh sheets, clouds, ashes.
I like the early blend here.
Prepare the Christmas lights, a city of candles, fresh sheets,
It's beautiful.
clouds, ashes.
It's the first set of chills here. That was beautiful. Sheesh. All right. You guys weird me out a little bit when you know my taste in music, but this is fire so far. so atmospheric. All right, I'm loving the vocals in the background. The way it's hard to describe because when I listen to music, I can like see like I can kind of see it. It's kind of hard to explain, but it like goes in the way the guitar goes in and out, and it's like this psychedelic nature of this record. It just takes you on a trip, and it's only like a minute in. I didn't realize it was going to be this big of a song until you said it. And I was like, damn, a 10-minute song. I'm not reacting to a 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Because if it's 10 minutes of trash, it's like glass in my head. All right. But this is so far pure bliss. Love the melody for the bass.
3 days was the morning. My focus 3 days on.
The angelic vocals.
My head landed to the sound of cricket balls.
Oh yeah, this is fire. It's crazy. I love when the drums come in, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. This reminds me of the first time I ever felt Tool's music. Okay, if you're new to the channel, Tool was requested to me, and they've been my favorite band ever since. All right, I make no apologies about it. Those guys are brilliant, okay? But I'm not the typical Tool fan. I didn't know about how there's this whole thing about the typical, I'm not going to go in the weeds there, but I'm a Tool fan. I love Tool. But this is masterful, okay? This is the way, that's how this record feels. And the layers, just the first couple minutes are scary. Only a minute and 32 seconds in, and the chills are like incredible with this record. This build here, beautiful. Well, I thought it was a build. The chords.
One night I met a poem. 3 ways was the morning. 3 lovers in 3 ways. We knew when she landed. 3 days she'd stay.
one of my favorite things to do on my pastime is to ride my bike. You know, I like to find a good trail and just throw on a good podcast or some really good music that really just makes you just escape it all for a few seconds. And that's what I like about records like these. All right, this is one of the records that I would definitely play and like zone out to. This is like it would go in my cycling playlist. Wow. That session was that 5 minutes and 40 seconds. So that's just the first climax of the record. I imagine there's going to be another one, but I was already loving the bass playing that melody over and over again, and the intensity kept growing. And then all of a sudden, this climax comes out of nowhere with this amazing guitar arrangement that they have here. You guys know I don't speak music, right? So but I wish I could say what I wish I can describe what I'm hearing. You know, it's hard for me to describe it, to put it in words, but the bass line with the boom, 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 and I noticed that got louder, and then the drums became more intense during that, which was one of my favorite parts at the beginning of that climax, and then the guitar just leaves Earth, you know, as stated in the letter here on Patreon, and good request. By the way, Jason, this was awesome. As you were pretty confident. I get people who are confident all the time about saying, I bet you love this record. And I'm like, it was all right. You know what I mean? And then there's times like this where you're spot on, because that was incredible. Just shout out to that. Forgive me if I'm a little scatterbrained with my thoughts here sometimes. Love this bass line, but there was a part, if it wasn't so long, I would go back, because this would be an hour-long video, but the drums were so intense, and then the guitar takes over, and it was just amazing, amazing, amazing here. Love the drums. See, during that entire part, the drums, the bass, the guitar, they were all doing something amazing. It wasn't a case where, you know, everyone plays down and just let the guitar shine. There was just a bunch of beautiful things happening at one time, which was thorough. Like from the drums, and then it's almost like they hand it off. All right, now you take over, and then we all go, I guess, you know. Drums right here were really intense. sounds like it's from another planet here. Gosh. Look at the layers on this record. I mean, just, this is crazy. They changed the sound of the drums here. Like, where did that come from? I'm already getting this, like, tribal drum feeling along with all this. It's just so many different mixtures of vibes within this one record, because you got that going on, and then they switch up to a completely different sounding drum here, which was interesting. Real tribal here. This is a monster. Who wouldn't want to dance around the fire to this record, all right? This is mind-blowing here. Listen, as a kid who used to annoy the other kids in the back of the class, beating on the tables with the pencils, okay, yeah, I was that kid that would be battling the other kids. This was amazing, all right, genius. I love it. So that part appealed to me as well, but I can't even explain what I just heard a second ago, all right? This is crazy. The rhythms for this are just off the charts. Okay. I mean, my heart is just going. All right. I'm just sitting here, but the music has like my brain just pulsating like this. All right. It's just like, what is this? Okay. This is crazy. It's amazing. Yeah. It's incredible. The sound of the guitar for this is it's that I don't know. I love when the guitars are tuned like this, that badass sort of energy. My favorite bands use this, like where it just sounds like it's just ripping through the track, and I just love the sound of this guitar here. Adam Jones uses this a lot. This is hardcore. I gotta say, I'm sorry to keep pausing it. If I get excited about a record, that's going to happen. But that riff, it's like the hand of God. That was a subtle change in energy, like just no transition, just boom. Yeah, not subtle at all. Record is incredible. I'll never forget this band, Jane's Addiction. Sheesh. This like run that they go on here is like not from this earth. Okay, you just it's just incredible. This is powerful. The drums and the bass for this piece here is just working in tangent. Love the bass line of this. It's so powerful that I can't really do it, but just killing it on top of the drums and the high guitar playing. That just this record does have a few moments that it allows you to breathe, but it is intense. It's beautiful. Keyword allows. Goodness. Beating the hell out of those drums. Yeah, I would say 10 out of 10. Just one of the many mind-blowing suggestions that you guys have been sending me. It's just amazing how much, endless good music there is out there. And this is no exception. Jason, you are right. This would make the Forerunner 100%. But more than the Forerunner, it actually makes my cycling playlist, all right, which is where I get most of my music consumption from. Typically in the 4 half time I'm listening to a podcast if I'm not, depending on what type of day it is. But anyways, this was an incredible record, and it's one of those songs where once you hear this, all right, I forget bands all the time because I react to a lot of different type of music. It can be an overload of suggestions because I still have the thousands of songs that I know from growing up and then I listen to on my own. And then there's an entire new, I'll probably say at least 60% of the music I listen to now is new music, and by new, I mean new to me versus, but sometimes I still go back and listen to some of my favorite music that sort of shaped my musical taste today. But this is a record that I would definitely listen to over and over again. It's a shot of energy without even taking an energy drink. All right, that doesn't get you going. Mentally, I don't know. I'm glad I don't have your ears, but what I just heard was a masterpiece. It was phenomenal. And it was so good. It actually left me a little bit exhausted. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, it just, your dopamine spikes are just up there, like these guys are killing it with this record. And, I loved it. Jane's Addiction. Won't be forgetting this band again. What do you guys think? If you're a fan of the band, let me know in the comment section what I should check out next as well, from this band or your favorite band. If you want to support the show, you can buy me a coffee in the link below. Everything goes right back into the channel. You can leave a suggestion there of what you think of the channel or what I should check out next. I do sometimes take my requests from the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description, or you can do what Jason did here and subscribe to my Patreon, leave a request, hit me up directly. I do respond to everyone who hits me up on Patreon. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
I did it.